Hello guys, welcome to another video here on Advent of Cyber here on TryHackMe, and it's tax 9 day 3. Even if I wanted to go, the vulnerability won't allow it. Okay, so basically today is more like a purple team day, which means we have a blue team, which is SOC analysts, and the red team, will do a little bit of hacking today. Okay, I'm not going to go deep into the story and all whatnot. You can go through them yourself. Most importantly, in this video I'm going to try to explain a little bit the stuff surrounding how we're going to solve the tax, and then just solve the questions, and then that will be it. Now in this tax we will cover how the SOC team and their experts were able to find out what happened, which is Operation Blue, and how the glitch was able to gain access to the website in the first place, Operation Red. Let's get started, shall we? The learning objective here is that we're going to learn about log analysis and the tool like ELK, learn about KQL and how it can be used to investigate logs using ELK, and then learn about RCE, remote code execution, and how this can be done via insecure file upload. Starting up, we're going to be needing the virtual machine and the attack bus. I'll just quickly start this. It will take a couple of seconds and minutes. So I'll just start the machine, and also I'll be starting the attack bus as well. So let me scroll down to the upside here, start attack bus. Okay, so let's give it a couple of minutes once it's ready. Alright, so this is it. While the machine is getting ready, let me quickly walk through some of these things here. So in this today's task, we have two segments, more like Operation Blue and then Operation Red. In this segment for Operation Blue, we'll take a look at what tools and knowledge is required for the blue segment, that is the investigation of the attack itself using tools, which enables us to analyze the logs. Okay, now the log analysis and introduction of ELK. So log analysis is crucial for blue team work, as you have discovered through the years on Advent of Cyber. Okay, analyzing logs can quickly become overwhelming, especially if you have multiple devices and services. Now ELK, we stand for Elasticsearch, Logstash, and Kibana. In this case we'll be using Kibana today. Combines data analytics and processing tools to make analyzing logs much more manageable. Okay, ELK forms a dedicated stack that can aggregate logs from multiple sources into one center place. So it's more like what we use to make a quick analysis on logs and then be able to do some proper investigation. So using ELK, upon loading this page, basically I won't go through the usage here. I will just go straight to solving the questions, and then when we're solving the question we'll get the hang of it. And also let me see here, let me quickly run through some things here. Okay, our attack bus is ready. Let me quickly run through some things here on Operation Red. In this section we will now take a look at red aspects. In other words, the attack itself and how it was carried out. Why do websites allow file uploads? So in this scenario, the website at which the glitch was invited for a conference or something like that had a vulnerability of what we call file upload vulnerability. Now this means that in a website where you could upload pictures, upload documents, it can be taken advantage of if it's not properly done or run. You could take advantage of that, and these file upload vulnerabilities could lead to remote code execution, where uploading a script that the server runs gives the attacker control over it, and XSS, uploading an HTML file that contains an XSS code, which will steal a cookie and send it back to the attacker's server. Alright, usage of weak credentials. Now one of the easiest way for attackers to break into a system is through weak or default credentials. This can be an open door for attackers to gain authorized access, and you could use administrator and administrator as a password, and so on. I will get to make probably use this today as well. Okay, now what is remote code execution? The remote code execution happens when an attacker finds a way to run their own code on a system. This is highly dangerous, and this is a highly dangerous vulnerability because it can allow the attacker take control of the system, exfiltrate sensitive data, or compromise other connected systems. Now, what is a web shell? A web shell is a script that attackers upload to a vulnerable server, giving them remote control over it. Once a web shell is in place, attackers can run commands, manipulate files, and essentially use the compromised server as their own. Okay. Practice make perfect. Exploiting RCE via upload. And now we're going to go through how this vulnerability can be exploited. Below is an example of a PHP file which could be uploaded to exploit this vulnerability using favorite text editor. Copy and paste the below code and save it as shell.php. With that, we're not going to practice that. We just go straight to let me put this in a new tab. Okay, now the questions are into two, but let's read from the practical part first. Okay, now, and let me see here. Okay, good. I'm going to put this. Okay, so our task today is in twofold. First, you must access Kibana on this, and I'm just going to copy this for a while. To investigate the attack and answer the blue questions below. Then you will proceed to Frosty Pines results website at this particular web address and recreate the attack to answer the red questions and inform the developers what element of the website was vulnerable. Now please note, to access this frostypines.thm, you will need to reference it within your host file on the attack bus. This can be done by executing the following command. Just copy the IP address and the domain name, and then put them in the reference them on the etc host file to be able to access it in our machine. Okay, now to review the logs of the attack on Frosty Pine result, make sure you select the Frosty Pines results option when we log into Elastic, like below. Okay, now the date and time that we need to use for this task is between 11:30 to 12 p.m. on October the 3rd, 2024. Okay, that being said, remember to access the Frosty Pine. Okay, we've mentioned that. Now let's answer the questions. For blue, where was the web shell uploaded to? Okay, now beginning, I'm going to minimize this. I want to go to the Elastic. Let's go to Elastic first. Sometimes machine usage could be slow, but it's fine. Now we just come over here and paste that particular address and hit enter. Alright, so it's loading Elastic. Okay, once we're loaded, we'll come to the top left side here to enlarge these options here, this part here, very close to the word D. Once we enlarge that, we'll come over to discover. Okay, once we click on discover, it's going to load up this page right here. Okay, in this page, what we want to select, it's already selecting Frosty Pines, but if it was a practice we wanted to do, or like the examples they did, you could select Wayville, but we need to select Frosty Pines for this exercise. And the next thing we want to select is the time frame they gave us, which is October the 3rd from 11:30 to 12 p.m. So this is where it says 11:30 to 12 October the 3rd, 2024. So we come over here where you saw this last 15 minutes. Once you click over here, click on it again, then select absolute. Okay, once you select absolute, we'll scroll back here to the month of October and select October the 3rd, and we're looking to, let me dismiss this, go back, we're looking to select 11:30. okay, 11:30 a.m. and we click on now, select absolute, and also go back to October the 3rd, and select 12 p.m. for that. All right, let me see here, 12. Okay, once you've done that, then you click on update, so it will load it up. So as you can see here, it looks like we got did I do this correctly? October the 3rd. Let me just confirm one more time. October 3rd 2024, 11:30 to 12. October the 3rd 2024, 11:30 to 12. Okay, so we got 483 hits. Okay, now this is basically the blue team we're doing, but the question here says the first question was asking us where was the web shell uploaded. So we're going to use a query search here for message. There's a tool called message, so we just come over here and type message. All right, okay, so you use a column and then you put in quotes just a particular keyword we're looking for. In this case, we're looking for shell.php. okay, we're using shell.php because it was mentioned a lot in the passage we read. So once we're done, we can just come over here and click update or hit enter, and once you hit that, as you can see, we got a result here mentioning shell.php. So I'll scroll back up right now, and obviously from this we could actually see that the results, or let's see, the question was asking us where was the web shell uploaded to. So directory file name.php. We could actually see that this is media images room shell.php. so basically directory the file.php. so I'll just copy that and try that out as the answer to the first question. So we'll come over here and paste and hit submit. Okay, and that's correct. Now the second question says what IP address accessed the web shell. Okay, if we come back to this part, we want to check our client's IP. So if we click on client IP here, we're going to get the top 5 values. Top IPs. Then we can see that 7.7% was run on 10.9.254.186. If we add that or filter this particular result, this 13 hits by this IP address, if we filter it by this IP address to know if it's the right one, we're going to see that it only gave us 1 hit, and it doesn't look like the person ran a malicious code or anything on this particular after the get request. The person didn't do anything. Okay, but if we go back to our client's IP and if we decide to filter it by this value, the IP 10.11.83.34 that had about 92.3% usage, if we filter it by that IP address, which is possibly our answer, if we filter it by that IP address, we could now see that this particular person ran a command ls, okay, which is more or less taking advantage of this web shell. Okay, ls is to list the informations. If you read that particular passage, you understand what ls means. And also he ran another command echo and so on. So possibly this is the IP address of whoever was trying to, you know, take advantage of the web shell. So copy and come back here. The IP address that accessed the web shell is, let's paste that there and submit. All right, that's correct. Now lastly, the major question here, what is the content of the flag.txt? This is now the red teaming. So the first thing we want to do here is I need the web shell that I'll be using to upload to Frosty. But before I do that, let me quickly copy this code here. So once I copy this code here, I come back here. I'm going to switch to my terminal here. All right, over here on my terminal, I'll just let me paste this here. Let me enlarge this here a little bit. So I'll come over here and I'll paste this. Okay, once I paste this, so I'll be able to use it on my attack box. So Ctrl+Shift+V, echo this particular thing here into etc host. If I hit enter, it has done that. If you want to see it, you just click on nano etc hosts. Okay, hit enter and you should see it right here. Okay, you can manually come here and paste it, or you can just use that one line code, Ctrl+X to close that page. So we've done the first thing we need to do here. which is basically being able to for us to be able to access these frosty pines on this attack box, we need to reference it on our host files. After we've done that, one thing we'll be needing again is the PHP code. This PHP code here, we'll be needing this PHP code so when we get an access to this frostypines.chm, so we can look to take advantage of the vulnerable site. So first things first, let me just cd to desktop here. Alright, and then I'm going to nano, I want to call it shell.php, hit enter, and then I'll before I do that, I need to paste this here on this clipboard, otherwise I won't be able to paste it directly. So Ctrl+Shift+V, and there we go. So I'm just going to Ctrl+O, hit enter, and Ctrl+X. Okay, so if I ls, I'll be able to see my shell.php. So next is to go back to, let me go back to access my frosty, this is what I want to access now, frostypines.thm. okay, so I'll copy that, come back to my browser here, click here, and then paste that, hit enter to access this web address. Okay, so we're here. So the first thing you can notice here is that it's a more like a hotel where you can make reservations, and then for us to be able to look for an opportunity to upload something, we might need to log in or have an account. So if you click on login, we can try. If you go back to TryHackMe read here, you would actually see an option where we would try weak or default credentials to see if we can log in with admin and so on. So let's try admin and see admin and admin, and hit login. It doesn't work, so it says email address is invalid. So we might want to use something like admin at domain name and password as admin. So we could use admin at the domain name frostypines.thm and the password as admin. So if we click on login, and let's see. Alright, we're logged in. Alternatively, we could perform a brute force on this particular frostypines.thm to see if we could get the login and password. So but just doing the cheapest thing you can do is trying weak credentials, and that's what we did, and we're logged in as admin, because if we click on admin here on this account, we can see over here, welcome to the admin account. Alright, now we'll be looking for opportunities for where we can see an upload route. Where can we upload something? If we click on rooms here, there's nothing, there's no way to upload something here. If we click on add new rooms, wow, we'll have an opportunity for a room image here, so we can upload something here. Okay, so let's try to fill this form. I'll call this room number 111222, and I'll call the room name Hacker Red or something like that, Hacker Red. Okay, and then over here we're going to now upload that shell.php file. Okay, it's on desktop, but if you come here, it's all supported types, but it's not showing that because it's only probably taking a PNG or a JPG. So we'll click on all files, and then we're able to see the shell.php. So double tap on that, and it's ready, and then we can add room. Once we click on add room, voila, we see it as room 111222 Hacker Red. And if you notice where we're supposed to have the image, there's nothing there, but because we didn't upload an image, rather we uploaded a PHP script. So the next thing we want to do now is how can we be able to access that script? Because for us to know where this was saved, we need to know where it's saved, so we'll be able to access it. And to be able to access it, then we can take advantage of the vulnerability of this particular issue, right? So right click on this, and you can click on inspect. There are so many other ways to do, but just this is the quickest way. Just click on inspect on that particular option, and it will take you right straight to the location here. Okay, and that location is http frostypines.thm media image rooms shell.php. So I'll just right click on this. I want to copy the link address. Okay, I'll open a new tab here and I'll paste this, paste and go, and boom, we got a web shell. Okay, we got a web shell. All right, we can now try a couple of all those commands for Linux. You can type ID, hit enter. It gives you the ID of information of this particular machine. You can say who am I and hit enter. It's going to tell you www data. But if you come back to our main question on TryHackMe, the last question is what is the content of flag.txt. So first we want to see whatever is let's see where we are. pwd print working directory. We are in rooms. Okay, that means we can ls and see what is there. With ls we can see we have all these jpg, and then we have that flag.txt. Now in Linux, if you want to view the content of something, you can always view it by doing what? Saying cat. Okay, so cat flag.txt. If we execute, it's going to give us our flag. Okay, so we copy up that and we can answer the last question here. Submit. And if you like today's task, you can learn more and harness the power of advanced ELK queries. Just complete. And that's the end of day 3, guys. Yes, I didn't go deep into explaining everything in this room today. I just quickly wanted to answer the questions. Had a really long day, but thank you guys for learning with me. Thank you for studying with me. I'll see you guys for day 4. Hopefully we can dive deep and go through everything together. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a lovely day. Ciao.